everybody out there in YouTube land? Jake of the OneManBand is back again, and what's this? A Hunger Games sim? Really, Jake? After you haven't made one in months? What are you doing? Why? What's the reason? RWBY Volume 5 is coming out soon? And what way to get that hype train a-rolling than with a new RWBY Hunger Games. This time, we're going directly into the trenches, directly into the hellfire that is the RWBY ships. Now, my friends, this is right. A ship war, a literal Hunger Games made for the RWBY ships. Which ship will reign supreme? Which ships will sink? Which one will leave the battlefield intact? There's only one way to find out. So, what we got right now. From District 1, we have White Rose and Rose Garden. From District 2, we have Ice Water and White Knight. Ice Water, I think it can also be referred to as Iceberg, but we're gonna refer to it as Ice Water. From District 3, we have everyone's favorite Bumblebee and everyone's favorite Black Sun. So that ought to be fun to see. From District 4, we have Gauntlets and Greaves and Sungrass. I actually personally like Sungrass. I think it's really cute. Plus, I want to see more Sage, damn it! From District 5, we have Baked Alaska and Freezer Burn. District 6, we have Monochrome and Sea Monkeys. District 7, we have the Cannon ships Renora and Arcos. From District 8, we have Crosshairs and Cinnabon. Yatsuhashi and Velvet, one of my favorites. From District 9, we have Nuts and Dolts and Emberald. That's Cinder and Emerald. From District 10, we have Snowbirds and Hunter's Dream. Hunter's Dream is Summer and Crow. From District 11, we have Ladybug and Toradonna. And from District 12, we have Goodwood and Roman Ice Cream. Alrighty, my friends, place your bets on who you believe will win this Hunger Games simulation. Alrighty, my friends, who am I gonna go for? Alright, I'm gonna go for Cinnabon, one of my favorite ones. I'm also gonna go for, let's go for Renora. We gotta go for the freaking two lovebirds. We gotta. And the other one I want to go for is, yeah, it kind of sucks that Guns N' Roses, I didn't, Guns N' Roses wasn't put on this. I would have gone for Guns N' Roses, that would be funny. But, I think I'm going to go for Roman Ice Cream. So, Roman Ice Cream, Cinnabon, and Renora are my three. Be sure to put your three down below, and let us start this Hunger Games simulation. Proceed to the bloodbath. And let's see who gets killed. As the tributes stand on their podiums, the horn sounds, and the bloodbath begins. Ice Water runs away from the cornucopia. Monochrome takes a sickle from inside the cornucopia. Cinnabon, Sungrass, and Rose Garden all run away from the cornucopia. Emberald run away, and White Rose and Black Sun all run away from the cornucopia. Nuts and Dolts rips a mace out of Baked Alaska's hands. Sea Monkeys snatches up a pear size. Roman Ice Cream bashes Arcos' head against the rock several times. The first ship to go is Arcos. This ship is cursed. Holy crap, that is sad. That is. Oh, poor Jean, poor Pyrrha, you'll never be happy. Screw you. And now, you'll get killed by Roman and Neo. You're done. Okay, Ladybug takes a spear from inside the cornucopia. Hunter's Dream, Bumblebee, Freezer Burn, and Gauntlets and Greaves share everything that they have gathered before running. Crosshairs runs away from the cornucopia. Goodwood and White Knight fight over a bag. Goodwood gives up and retreats, for some reason. Renora runs away from the cornucopia. Snowbirds takes a sickle from inside the cornucopia, and Toradonna grabs a sword. How fitting, they both use swords. Alrighty, we have one casualty from the bloodbath. As far as my memory is concerned, there has not been a true bloodbath in a very long time with these simulations. So day one, Emberald and Freezer Burn work together for the day. Bumblebee is unable to convince sea monkeys not to kill her. Sun's like, screw you, Blake. Screw you, freaking Yang. My main man is Neptune, and we gonna kill you. Jeez. Oh, I think it wouldn't have been any funnier if it was Black Sun that had actually done the deed. But, you know, did I want Bumblebee to win? Not really. But I didn't want it to go out this early. But geez, man. Taken out by sea monkeys. I think that's so funny. Alright, Black Sun goes hunting. Ice Water, Monochrome, Roman Ice Cream, and Gauntlets and Greaves, and Cinnabon hunt for other tributes. Crosshairs, White Knight, White Rose, Goodwood, and Hunter's Dream hunt for other tributes. Lots of hunting, not so much a lot of killing. Renora unknowingly eat toxic berries. I'm thinking it was Nora's fault. It was Nora's fault, wasn't it? Damn it, Nora! We gave you the book on berries for a reason. So you don't eat toxic berries. And then there goes Renora. Jeez, Arcos, Renora, Bumblebee, all gone. That's like 3 of the biggest ones. Man, a lot of people are going to hate this freaking video. Stillbirds, Toradana, Baked Alaska, and Nuts and Dolts hunt for their tributes. Rose Garden runs away from Sungrass, and Ladybug searches for firewood. 3 cannon shots can be heard in the distance. Arcos, Bumblebee, and Renora have all fallen in battle. The 3 big ones, at least currently in the shipping war, are just done. They are done. I can't believe it. I thought at least some of the smaller ones would go first. But Night 1, Hunter's Dream receives clean water from an unknown sponsor. Snowbirds tends to his wounds. Nuts and Dolts loses sight of where she is. Ice Water thinks about winning. No, Weiss and Neptune, always thinking about winning. Sea Monkeys, Black Sun, and Emberall discuss the games and what might happen in the morning. Probably more death. Rose Garden and Goodwood hold hands. So does that mean like they're all holding hands with each other, or like the ships themselves, the 2 individuals in the ships are just holding each other's hands? I'll let you guys decide. White Rose destroys Crosshair's supplies while she is asleep. Well, that's not very nice. Freezer Burn fends Toradana, Baked Alaska, and Sungrass away with her fire. Well, you know, 2 of those other ships have also fire-based women in them, so, sure, yeah. I mean, fire's fire. White Knight thinks about home. Gauntlets and Greaves and Roman Ice Cream hold hands. Once again, I'm gonna let you decide how they are holding hands. And Cinnabon thinks about home. Ladybug and Monochrome run into each other but decide a truce for the night. You know, it's those dual Blakes. They understand each other. They're like, look, we won't kill each other, okay? So we're not gonna do it tonight. Remember that. Alrighty, day 2. Toradana steals from Cinnabon while he isn't looking. Well, that's not very nice, Toradana. What if somebody just stole your shit? I bet you wouldn't like it. White Knight constructs a shack. Crosshairs runs away from Sea Monkeys. Well, yeah! Sea Monkeys freaking insane. You see that? What they did? Hunter's Dream receives medical supplies from an unknown sponsor. Emberald scares snowbirds off. Black Sun hunt for their tributes. Baked Alaska receives a hatchet from an unknown sponsor. White Rose steals from Nuts and Dolts while she isn't looking. Ladybug searches for firewood. Roman Ice Cream attacks Freezer Burn, but she manages to escape. Just barely, though. Monochrome defeats Ice Water in a fight, but spares his life for some reason. Probably, once again, it's probably because of the dual Weisses, I would think. Sungrass steals from Rose Garden while he isn't looking. Gauntlets and Greaves discovers a cave, and Goodwood camouflages herself in the bushes. Not a lot of death! What the heck? This is supposed to be a shipping war! There's supposed to be casualties everywhere! I'm getting real disappointed with you. Not the war I was expecting. Not at all. Black Sun goes to sleep. Baked Alaska tends to her wounds. Roman Ice Cream strangles Ladybug with a rope. There it is! There it is! They're killing again, that danged Roman Ice Cream. That Roman and Neo always freaking killing people. Sea Monkeys and White Knight run into each other and decide a truce for the night. You know, because they all sort of had a relationship with one another. Rose Garden cries himself to sleep. Well, I mean, you're the newest character in this whole fling, so, I mean, you were pretty much thrown into the ship war without even having a proper character introduction. I would cry too. The Gauntlets and Greaves, Toradana, Nuts and Dolts, Cinnabon, and Crosshairs sleep in shifts. Icewater stays awake all night. Whatever. Why do they need to stay awake all night? What are they even doing? I don't even know. Don't ask me. Hunter's Dream is awoken by nightmares. That is sad. Emberald and Goodwood fight Sungrass and Snowbirds. Emberald and Goodwood survive. So, Sungrass and Snowbirds is gone. They are dead. This stinks. I like Sungrass. You know, I like Sungrass. I would have liked to see them get a little bit further. White Rose quietly hums, Freezerburn goes to sleep, and Monochrome looks at the night sky. Day 3. Monochrome makes a wooden spear. Hunter's Dream shoots a poisonous dart into Black Sun's neck, slowly killing him. Black Sun is now out. The biggest ships there are out there right now have all been killed by smaller ones. I cannot even believe it. But Hunter's Dream, you know, it's like Summer and Crow together forever. Damn it, we need a Team Stark prequel for RWBY. I swear to God. Alright, Icewater decapitates Goodwood with a sword. Oh, okay. Both of them with one slash? The robot head and the human head. Just like, gone completely. Man, Icewater's getting crazy. Well, I guess it's really cutting down to brass tacks. I mean, the 4 biggest ones are gone, so it's like all the smaller ones are like... Well, White Rose is still around, so, you know, White Rose is still pretty popular. So I think White Rose currently is probably the biggest one that's on top right now, but all the other ones are like, we have a chance. We have a chance to claim victory. Quickly, stop killing everyone. Emberald, Freezerburn, Toradana, Nuts and Dolts, and Baked Alaska hunt for other tributes, but don't find any. White Rose tries to sleep through the entire day. Gauntlets and Greaves constructs a shack. Cinnabon, Crosshairs, and White Knight hunt for their tributes. Those Velvet ships are really sticking together in this game. Sea Monkeys is also pretty popular, all things considered. So Sea Monkeys travels to higher ground, and Roman Ice Cream runs away from Rose Garden. Really? You run away from those two? When it's like, you've killed like 3 other freaking ships? What's going on with y'all? Why is that one scary? 5 cannon shots can be heard in the distance. Ladybug, Sungrass, Snowbirds, Black Sun, and Goodwood have all fallen in battle. Alrighty, my friends, we're coming down to brass tacks. I hope you guys still have some of your favorite ships in the running. I know I do. I have 2 right now. I'm pretty sure there's 2. Yeah, there's 2. There's gotta be 2. I mean, there is just 1. The Night 3, Icewater climbs a tree to rest. White Knight receives a hatchet from an unknown sponsor. It's not a sword and a shield, but it'll have to do. Emberald, Sea Monkeys, Crosshairs, and Rose Garden tell each other ghost stories to lighten. I like to hear some remnant ghost stories. I think that'd be really cool. It really stinks that, like, I know there's a lot of RWBY fanfics out there, but they're mostly all about just, like, teams or, like, shipping fics. But it's like, I would like to see someone who, like, writes, like a legend, like, oh, it's just a freaking Grim Dragon, and like sort of like a fairy tale, but in Remnant, you know? I would freaking read the crap out of those. I love stories like that. Gauntlets and Greaves receives fresh food from an unknown sponsor. Freezerburn receives an explosive from an unknown sponsor. Explosives are never good, and I don't think explosives would be good with 2 very volatile girls. Kinda bad. Monochrome, White Rose, and Nuts and Dolts cheerfully sing songs together. Cinnabon and Hunter's Dream hold hands. Baked Alaska loses sight of where she is, and Roman Ice Cream and Toradana hold hands. Not that much death. Do not approve. Alrighty. Freezer Burn, Gauntlets and Greaves, and Cinnabon start fighting, but Gauntlets and Greaves runs away as Freezer Burn kills Cinnabon. Cinnabon, no! My precious little Cinnabon, why? Why would you do that, Freezer Burn? You are the worst! They probably used the explosive. Didn't they? Oh, Freezer Burn, you're on the hit list now. Roman Ice Cream, you have your next target. Sea Monkeys, White Rose, Monochrome, and Nuts and Dolts hunt for their tributes, but don't find any. Toradana makes a wooden spear. Crosshairs strangles Emberald after engaging in a fist fight. Jeez. I mean, I guess they were like, the only Velvet ship left. Time to get dangerous. Ice Water dies of dysentery. Two of the most, like, well-off and dignified characters die by pooping themselves to death. And, like, dysentery, it's like you poop yourself to death, and you're dying of dehydration at the same time because you can't retain any moisture. They're ice water! They are literally both water in different forms of existence. Oh my god. Why? Why ice water? Why you gotta do that? Iceberg, ice water. Why you do that? Why you gotta make me smile? Why you gotta make me happy? You didn't have to. You didn't have to do that, but you did. And I appreciate that. Rose Garden collects fruit from a tree. White Knight and Roman Ice Cream split up to search for resources. Hunter's Dream tries to spearfish with a trident. Baked Alaska receives fresh food from an unknown sponsor. 3 cannon shots can be heard in the distance. Cinnabon, Emberald, and Icewater / Iceberg have all fallen in battle. Alrighty, my friends. We still got plenty of ships to go through. Let's see what Night 4 has in store for us. White Knight destroys Hunter's Dream supplies while she is asleep. Not very nice. Not very nice, White Knight. Roman Ice Cream screams for help. I'm pretty sure it's Neo who screams for help, but, you know, nothing comes out because, you know, she's a mute, and they can't just give her a voice, or flat out say she's a mute. Where is Neo in Volume 4 and Volume 5? I'm gonna be mad. I'm mad now. I'm tilted. Rose Garden receives fresh food from an unknown sponsor. Probably Oscar's aunt, I would think. She does have a farm. White Rose accidentally steps on a landmine. White Rose, you have Weiss. She's very smart. Ruby's very fast. How did you get to the point where you were stepping on landmines? This is a failure for you two. Well, there goes the big one that's on top of, you know, that was on top of everyone else. Now, like, all the big ones have been dethroned, and it's now these little ones are all gonna be fighting each other to see who is going to reign on the grand ship throne. Toradana receives medical supplies from an unknown sponsor. Nuts and Dolts loses sight of where she is. Crosshairs stays awake all night. Gauntlets and Greaves cries himself to sleep. Monochrome thinks about home. Freezer Burn, Baked Alaska, and Sea Monkeys cheerfully sing songs together! Because that's what we do during the shipping wars. We sing songs together. We don't bash each other for just having an opinion. No way. Day 5. Roman Ice Cream kills Monochrome for her supplies. That's my team! Yeah. Kill him! Take him out! You can do it! Nuts and Dolts chases Crosshairs. Toradana and Hunter's Dream hunt for other tributes. Rose Garden begs for Baked Alaska to kill him. She refuses, keeping Rose Garden alive. Well, yeah, it's like her sister's in that ship, so she's not gonna kill her sister. Yang has standards. She does. White Knight thinks about home. Freezer Burn, Gauntlets and Greaves, and Sea Monkeys hunt for other tributes. 2 cannon shots can be heard in the distance. White Rose and Monochrome have both fallen in battle. 2 Weiss ships. It's a sad day when you see 2 Weisses die, let alone 1. Night 5, Nuts and Dolts ambushes White Knight and kills her! Another Weiss. They're taking out all the Weiss ships now. I think that is the last Weiss ship. No, Freezer Burn is still in it. Oh, and dude, Nuts and Dolts, they're starting to come into their own. They're like, now's our chance. I mean, Ruby Chibi's still a thing. Penny's in Ruby Chibi. Nuts and Dolts can still be a thing. We must fight for it. Sea Monkeys is unable to start a fire and sleeps without warmth. Oh, that's okay. You two can just cuddle and be okay. Toradana and Baked Alaska huddle for warmth. Oh, it's so cute not see Adam killing Yang. So nice. Rose Garden cannot handle the circumstances and commits suicide. RWBY, really? You let Oliver convince you to do that? And yes, I am blaming Oliver for this because he is the weak link. He's the weak link in it all. His name's not Oliver, it's Oscar. Oh my god. I've been saying Oliver this whole time, haven't I? You guys have put in the comments already that I've already said it wrong. Damn it. It's been so long since I watched Volume 4. It really has. I really don't. It's like I own it, but I don't want to watch it because I didn't like it very well. Okay. Oscar. His name's Oscar. He's now dead. That was his only ship that was in this fight. Because surprisingly, he hasn't been shipped with other people. Or he has and I just haven't seen it. But, yeah. But yeah, okay. Let us continue on, okay? Crosshairs, Roman Ice Cream, and Gauntlets and Greaves cheerfully sing songs together. Hunter's Dream goes to sleep, and Freezer Berm attempts to start a fire, but is unsuccessful. Well, you know, you have the fire and you have the ice. That doesn't mix well, you know. So that's probably why the fire didn't start. The feast! The feast! We gotta have a feast! The cornucopia is replenished with food, supplies, weapons, and memoirs from the tributes' families. Who will go to the feast? Who will stay away? Who will die? Well, let's see. Hunter's Dream decides not to go to the feast. Always a good idea. Baked Alaska also doesn't go to the feast. Nuts and Dolts, Gauntlets and Greaves, and Toradana track down and kill Sea Monkeys. Why? Because it has a nasty little monkey in it. Now Sun is finally out of the shipping wars. And, well, so is Neptune, technically, but take that. Yeah, that's what you get for killing Bumblebee, right? Crosshairs decides not to go to the feast, and Roman Ice Cream and Freezer Burn also don't go to the feast. So the only people that really went to the feast only went to the feast to kill Sea Monkeys. Didn't even get food. Didn't even get anything. Kinda stinks. Day 6, Toradana travels to higher ground. Crosshairs tries to sleep through the entire day like lazy bones. Hunter's Dream chases Nuts and Dolts. Gauntlets and Greaves steals from Baked Alaska while she isn't looking. And Roman Ice Cream and Freezer Burn hunt for other tributes. You think they're gonna all form an alliance? I think they're all gonna form an alliance. I mean, they really gonna kill each other? Probably. 3 cannon shots can be heard in the distance. White Knight, Rose Garden, and Sea Monkeys have all fallen in battle, my friends. We are down to about a few standalone ships. Let us see who's going to be the victor. Toradana tries to sing herself to sleep, but it doesn't work very well. Crosshairs receives fresh food from an unknown sponsor. Freezer Burn receives a hatchet from an unknown sponsor. Neither of them really use a hatchet, but I guess, you know, Yang could learn. Gauntlets and Greaves lets Baked Alaska into her shelter. Roman Ice Cream attempts to start a fire, but is unsuccessful. I mean, how'd you mess that up, guys? I mean, you're the golden child right now. You're the golden child right now. Why are you failing? Why are you failing? You shouldn't be failing. Why is there, like, so much shadow on me right now? That help? Yeah, I'm a bit more illuminated. And Hunter's Dream begs for Nuts and Dolts to kill her. But she refuses, keeping Hunter's Dream alive. Because, like, RWBY, that's your mother. You don't really want to kill her, because then you'd cease to exist. So, yeah, not a very good one. Day 7. Crosshairs, Freezer Burn, and Nuts and Dolts track down and kill Toradana. Because it is a bad ship. We do not like Adam, nor do we like the concept of Blake being with Adam. And so, the ship must die. Gauntlets and Greaves chases Roman Ice Cream, but doesn't catch them. And Hunter's Dream steals from Baked Alaska while she isn't looking. Baked Alaska, it has an awareness of -5, I swear. They are just being stolen from left and right. One cannon shot could be heard in the distance. Toradana fell in battle. We don't really care about that ship, right? I mean, who really likes Adam? No one likes Adam. No. Night 7. Nuts and Dolts lets Freezer Burn into her shelter. It's a trick. It's a trick, Freezer Burn. She's gonna kill you with her robot powers. Roman Ice Cream looks at the night sky. Hunter's Dream convinces Gauntlets and Greaves to snuggle with her. So I'm guessing like it's a real big sort of like orgy snuggle. It's kind of gross. Baked Alaska thinks about home, and Crosshairs attempts to start a fire but is unsuccessful. Alrighty. Day 8. This one's gone on for a very long time, to be honest. Nuts and Dolts receives clean water from an unknown sponsor. Hunter's Dream overhears Freezer Burn and Crosshairs talking in the distance. Gauntlets and Greaves runs away from Baked Alaska, and Roman Ice Cream receives medical supplies from an unknown sponsor. No one died! It's not even fun! Nuts and Dolts tries to sing herself to sleep. Hunter's Dream fends Baked Alaska, Freezer Burn, and Gauntlets and Greaves away from her with fire. I just now noticed we have 3 freaking Yang ships. I believe there's a bias here. I mean, I thought for sure all the Blake ships would make it to the end. But the Yang ships, really? Really? Crosshairs receives fresh food from an unknown sponsor, and Roman Ice Cream passes out from exhaustion. Be sure to get back up, guys. Be sure to get back up. Yeah, I don't want you guys dying. You're my last one. Roman Ice Cream camouflages himself in the bushes. Hunter's Dream receives medical supplies from an unknown sponsor. Baked Alaska tends to Freezer Burn's wounds. Crosshairs, Nuts and Dolts, and Gauntlets and Greaves hunt for other tributes, but find nothing! Another day with nothing dying. Okay, something's gotta happen. So it's gonna get thrown down. The hammer's gonna get thrown down. They're gonna do some shit. Night 9. Baked Alaska fends Nuts and Dolts, Freezer Burn, and Roman Ice Cream away with fire. Lots of fire. Hunter's Dream accidentally detonates a landmine while trying to arm it. It's because Crow was drunk, wasn't he? It's because he was drunk. No, Crow! That is not the time to drink! It's when you're laying explosives! I'm sorry, Summer Rose. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, it just wasn't meant to be. You weren't meant to be a winner. You just weren't. You were supposed to just give birth to a daughter and then die, I guess. And then Crosshairs dies of thirst. Now everyone's dying. Okay. You kind of go out sort of terribly, Crosshairs, but you do die. And Gauntlets and Greaves cries himself to sleep. Alrighty. Day 10. Freezer Burn severely slashes Gauntlets and Greaves with a sword. The Yangs are turning against each other. Watch out. Nuts and Dolts bashes Roman Ice Cream's head in with a mace. No! Roman Ice Cream! Why? You're my last one! No! Damn it! And then Baked Alaska tries to spearfish with a trident. What does that leave us with? 4 cannon shells can be heard in the distance. Hunter's Dream, Crosshairs, Gauntlets and Greaves, and Roman Ice Cream have all fallen in battle. Who is left? Let's see. It was Baked Alaska. You know what? Let's just let's look at everyone's status because I don't want to see spoilers. Baked Alaska, Freezer Burn, and Nuts and Dolts are still alive. District 5. They have kept each other alive, I swear. Freezer Burn's been carrying all the weight, while Baked Alaska has just been stolen from the whole time. So, I'm gonna root for the underdog in this, and I am going to root for Nuts and Dolts. That's who I'm going to root for as my final one. If they win, I'm not counting it as a victory for me. They're just the ones that I'm gonna be rooting for. Alrighty, let's see. Nuts and Dolts and Baked Alaska worked together to drown Freezer Burn. Freezer Burn was the alpha male, so the two smaller ones banded together to kill her. No, okay, Nuts and Dolts is still alive, still kicking. Freezer Burn, let's just say she got a little waterlogged. Let's see. Alrighty, and day 11. Baked Alaska overpowers Nuts and Dolts, killing her! Dang it! Which means that with the 2 cannon shots heard in the distance, as Freezer Bird and Nuts and Dolts are finally laid to rest, that the true reigning champion of the shipping wars of RWBY is Baked Alaska, Yang and Neo together. I would never believe it would have came to this. Man, this was a fun one to do. I've been thinking about doing a shipping Hunger Games for a long time, and I think this was the perfect time to do it. So, did your tribute win? Did one of your tributes win? Did they die? I mean, are you a bit disappointed in this one? I mean, I personally think this was a great way to kind of come back to Hunger Games simulations because I want to finish Season 2. Season 2 of Hunger Games Simulations was never truly finished. It'll only be finished when it's the final fight. I think it's supposed to be game 49 is going to be the finished, the last episode of Season 2. So, I got some more ideas floating around in my head for future Hunger Games. Be sure to leave comments down below if your tribute won, if your tribute lost, or if you have a future Hunger Game idea that you want to implement. So, until next time, my friends, I need you to be a good person, tip your waitresses, keep moving forward, and I'll see you guys next time I'm out there in YouTube land. I'll see you then.